spending this holiday season with 2K Sports as we get ready for the special NBA presentation. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce with us on the sidelines. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Pass to Gabriel. Yoru. The three-pointer off the mark. Here's Ward. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. Yoru. And a miss there on the triple. For three. Drills it from deep.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. First quarter, just over a minute played. Rebounded by Gabriel. Here's Lloyd. Pass to Horde. That's tipped. Here's the break. Uncovered. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net.
Well, I'm not sure how that one found the bottom of the net, but hey, you take it when it comes.
Just over a minute and a half in. No luck on that one.
Not an ideal start for them. Still looking for their first field goal after 4 misses.
Drains the triple.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
They need this. Yep, that one's good.
Took a little time, but they get one to go. Maybe they're warmed up now.
And he bangs it home with one hand.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
And after missing his first 3 shots, he drains it. 1 for 4.
He's trying to get it going offensively, but right now, just 1 of 4 to start.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first.
Oh, man.
Oh!
Punch, that was.
Bad intentions. And it's flushed down. A nice jam. Here's the 3. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
1:52 left in the opening quarter. Ward nails it from 3. Ward's got 6 points.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
To the wing on the left. 6 on the shot clock. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
And the free throw, no good. Out to the right wing. To the paint. It's off from 3-point range. 58 seconds left in the opening quarter. Pass to Horde. No good with the triple. There's a screen. Here's Ward. Second shot opportunity to the left side wing. Offensive rebound. 11 seconds left to play in the first. They shoot again. He can't get it to go. And that does it for the first quarter. They lead by 6. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Misses the layup.
Yes, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
There's a screen. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, BA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in.
And why not? A little salt in the wound. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys reeling and on the ropes.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
And he drives in. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, BA.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand.
Boy, nice way to punctuate that possession.
Oh, he missed it, making him 1 for 2 now.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
And they're pushing it up. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
When you get a chance to run the floor like that, you have to capitalize. Great hustle on that play.
Uses the glass on the layup.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Down low. The steal. Here's Randolph. And the layup is good.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Blocked. Oh, deflected. To the inside. The shot is good, and this game is back to even. Randolph's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
From outside the arc. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one. Here we go. Blocked. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Tries again. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Fires the 3. Offensive rebound. Oh, he goes up high for the 2-handed slam.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
Into the lane.
Once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Offensive board.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
Oh, they get a hand on it. And here comes the break. Here's Hamas. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
And it's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. It's hauled in by Hamas.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
And the shot goes down. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Up by 5. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
These first-year guys, very impressive so far. Now it is, who can sustain this level of play?
Turning back now to our game, lots of positives in that first half for the home team.
They've controlled the pace.
And that is going to do it.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Yoru. It's good.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Here's Ward. Floats one up. Second chance effort. Hayes misses. Here's Lloyd. And Ward pulls it down. Well, we got a close one here in Brooklyn. Inside. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
They set the screen. Yoru. Off the mark there with a 3. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Down low. And finished off by Hayes.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Pass to Ward. And he dunks it down.
B.A., that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
From the high post. That's short off the rim. Here's Ward. He's got 5. Sends it home from three-point land.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
To the inside. Pass to Ward. To the paint. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Out on his own on the break. Shot's good by Lloyd.
A sharp steal and some quick offense cuts it down to a one-possession game. Well done.
And the visitors call time here.
And something fans don't always get to see, some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
Right wing. Here's Ward. They get it back. Puts up a deep three. That shot off. And here they come for the tie. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good. Takes the three, and the three-pointer goes. He has 6.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
There's a minute 47 left in the third.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
Those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
The home team on D, leading by 5, out to the right wing. And that one's good. Gabriel.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
The three is up. That shot is off.
Well, I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
Here's Lloyd. From behind the arc. It's Hayes with the rebound. Hayes has got 5 rebounds in the game. To the left wing. Up and in on the layup.
Defensively, you just can't afford to give these easy looks up. Just asking to get burned if you do.
Here's Gabriel. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Back to the basics, unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
Now, I'd suggest that he stay with those basics because we've got a tight one here tonight.
Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
You have to be accurate there. Very little room for error passing on the interior.
Here's Lloyd beyond the arc. Not going to go that time.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Looking to get back on track. Oh, are you kidding me? Wow, man.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. They lead by 4. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. 0 chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
We've reached the 4th quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. And the visitors call time here. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, over that break I was able to catch the message that the visiting team coach was giving to his team. He told them, quote, if we'd worked harder on the glass, we'd probably be up right now. Show some heart, show some pride. It was a very direct message. Back to you guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Misses from close range.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
He can't hit that time.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
3-pointer. Drains the triple.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
Number 45. First personal foul. First team foul.
And we played through about a minute here in the 4th. The 3 is up. They get it back. Pass to Hamas. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, he used the shot fake to create the angle, but he couldn't get it to fall. Here's Horde. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. Here we go, one-on-one. Pass to Hamas. See, it's tipped. Here we go, one-on-one. And that one is stuffed right through.
And that'll hype your team up. Great defensive play at one end, instant offense at the other.
With the teardrop, and he takes it up and lays it in.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Pass to Randolph. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants them to take another look at the monitor.
Line for the away team, Randolph. At the line for one. The play is under video review under NBA rules. The officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
Calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. With some arc. Another shot. Drills it from deep.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
And the visitors call time here. Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. Just 5 to shoot. They set the pick. Here he goes. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind the layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Good on the shot. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Pass to Horde. Lets it fly from 18. The shot won't fall.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Team foul. First personal foul. Second team foul.
There's 57 seconds left in the fourth. C. No good with the elbow jumper.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
Takes it inside. Here's Ward. Unable to get that one. A chance here to possibly put the game away.
They have to remain focused to get it done.
To shoot. Puts up a 3. Sinks the tray. And so the home crowd treated to a win.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter David Aldridge on the sidelines. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. And it's Musa in at the 2-guard. Campazzo's shot is off. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Here's Musa. They set the pick. Into the lane. Pass to Garuba. The layup off target. Takes it off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
That misses, so no good on his first attempt for the night. And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Here's Deck. 6 to shoot. Pass to Garuba.
Yeah, they might want to think about a high percentage look the next time.
To the left wing. Here's Ward. From the arc. Sinks the triple.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Here's Musa driving the lane. Pass to Tavares. Out to the right wing. Jack passes to Garuba. Shot to stop the run. Rebounded by Ward.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
And Hayes throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Here's Tavares. The top of the key jumper is on the mark.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Yeah, that is a great finish! Oh my gosh.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Pass to Deck. Here's Garuba. Here's Campazzo. A 3. Here's Tavares. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. This is his first free throw of the game. First free throw is good.
Tavares taking 2 shots.
So he gets them both. 1:49 left to play in the first. Fires the 3. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. It's an 8-point differential. Here's Deck. Still scoreless. It's rebounded by Hayes.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range. They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Pass to Ward from downtown. Good on the triple. Ward's got 8 points.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
50 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Got a hand on it. To the inside. Here's Musa. They set the pick. And a miss there on the triple. And here comes the break. For the 3. Tries to save it. Hayes.
The ball goes to the away team.
Here's Campazzo. Scoreless thus far. Garuba off target from outside. Fires from way outside. And that one released in time, but no good. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. They lead by 13. The second quarter. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard and they are physical. And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open beyond the arc.
It's good.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Here's Watsura. Down low. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And he makes both free throws.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
On the top of the key, that shot off the mark.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Low. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Guys, nothing has really come easy for him today.
Yeah, definitely not their best basketball.
It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Hazanya's shot is off.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Out to the right wing. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
Low. Hazonia defended. Side. Can't hit that one. Right side Gonzalez. Clock at 6. Ibaka outside. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Ibaka's got his first basket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Low, defended by Ibaka. Pass to Hummus. Here's the screen. Inside, ball's knocked loose, and that one ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Here's Hazanya, and with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Hazanya's got his second bucket.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Snatched away. Low. Hits the jumper in space. 7 points in the game.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Yeah, they have made the most of their transition chances.
Missed inside.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead. Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
There's 18 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Hazonia. Finished off by Hazonia.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of that.
And so we conclude the first half. They lead by 11. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
Coin toss. In fact, I'm going to make a prediction. This game goes to the last shot.
Jets. And turning back to our first half, things going well, extremely well for the home team. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Here's Watsura. Five to shoot. And Garuba pulls it down.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And it's Campazzo in at the 1.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
To the paint. Ball stolen. And they're pushing it up. They get it back. Picked away. And that's going to be out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Tipped away. Launches a 3. The shot that time, not on target.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
To the middle. Six to shoot. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Wasted no time on that one.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
To the inside. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Here's Musa. Nothing on the board. off with the layup.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Pass to Tavares. Here's Deck.
Home team foul. Number 1. First personal foul. First team foul.
Right wing. Here's Garuba.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
Poked away.
Home team foul. Number 2. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Musa. Pass to Garuba. Here's Tavares.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Got a piece of it.
Turnovers weren't a story for him early on, but that's changed. And now they're definitely having trouble keeping possession and momentum. He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Tavares has got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Here's Musa. Here's Garuba, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. 7 points in the game. 55 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Musa. Count that one. There's 48 seconds left to play in the third. And Garuba pulls it down.
Well, you got to be able to finish stronger than that, but credit the defense for doing just enough to throw him off.
And so out of bounds it goes. They'll keep possession. Home team on D. They led by as many as 18 points. Here's Deck. Hasn't made one yet. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Musa grabs the miss. Pass to Tavares. Off on the layup.
That is a textbook block out to secure the rebound.
Puts up a deep three. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. They're up by 8. And we're coming right back after this break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. They get a hand on it. And it's Garuba in at the power forward position. Here's Hamas. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
Here's Musa. Can't drop the tough three-pointer.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Campazzo, the pass to Tavares.
Home team foul. team foul. Substitution on the court.
Count the basket.
Number 6, assisted by
Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Pass to Hummus. Buries it from three-point range. Hummus has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Now here's Gonzalez, driving inside. Can't connect from short range.
Yeah, it's been about the rebounding. Really, that's the dividing line in this game.
Low, Hazonia defending. A rebound by Hazonia.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
A steal. Sai botches the slam dunk finish.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, that's one he'd like to have back. Those are the opportunities you have to convert.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. And there's the drive.
Oh, yeah, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. Watcher has gone 2 of 3 from the floor.
remaining in the game.
Here's the 3. You can't get that one.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Low. Hazonia defending. Down low. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
And he jams it with authority.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. They set the pick. Side. And it's off from three-point range. Back to Hazonia. Pass to Ibaka. 5 on the clock. Let's go. Misses the jumper.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Here's Watera, and he gets the jumper to drop.
Yeah, they can count this one in the win column. It has been a tremendous effort.
Yeah, look, sometimes you just break your opponent's spirit, and I think this has been one of those times.
No good with the layup. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Low. Offensive rebound. See the pass to Hummus. Here's Watera. From deep three-point territory. And so they get the victory here at home. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy.
Happy holidays, everyone. Welcome to our coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. With two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill. I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Campazzo in at the point.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Shots good by Lloyd.
And it's incredible how taking good risk on defense often leads to good looks at the other end.
That is quick defense to offense. These guys, such terrific athletes. You can't let your guard down.
Here's Campazzo, out left to the wing. Deck. Off target from outside. Shoots. Lloyd can't get it to go.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Pass to Deck. Gets himself open and drills it.
That's how you want every possession to end, with a high probability of success.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. The three. Randolph misses. Here's Garuba. Lets it go from deep. Pass to Deck. Here's Campazzo. There's the three. Goes up with it again. And it's good on the lay-in.
You're fighting to keep the possession alive, something this guy does so well.
Here's the pick. Here's Horde. From deep. The three. Hits the trifecta.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Back to Campazzo. Pass to Musa. Here's Deck. Just 4 to shoot. Campazzo, the pass to Garuba. There's the steal. In transition, here they come. Here's Gabriel. Picked his pocket. And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Puts the move on. Garuba with the bucket.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Here's Randolph. And he lays it up and in. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Here's Campazzo. They grab their own miss. Second chance shot. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the away team.
And the first one at the line is good. He does not get the second one.
That will sting a little bit, failing to get the lead when the opportunity was there, but he does tie it up.
They get it again. Clock at 6. Here's Garuba. Connects from downtown. Garuba's got 5 now.
So the D giving him a little bit of space beyond the three-point line, and that's all the room he needs.
Pass to Horde. The three. Knocks it down from distance.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Musa. No points yet. Here's Campazzo. Comes up empty down low.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Horde passes to Randolph. That three's off the mark. We've got 33 seconds left in the first. Pass to Campazzo. Back to deck. Here's Garuba. A deep three. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Give him 8 points now. Here's Randolph. They set the pick. No good on the buzzer beater. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. They're up by 3. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, a big differentiator was their ability to generate offense by pounding the glass.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
Pass to Azonia.
Old team foul. Number 45. First personal foul. First team foul.
Driving inside. The teardrop falls off target. Right wing. Fires the three. Pure from three-point range.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Out to the wing. Baseline try. And misses it off the right side of the rim. To the middle. They set a pick. Launches it from deep. It's rebounded by Ibaka. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter.
Another lead change. Give these teams credit. They're really fighting it out.
Neither team willing to give an inch and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Cash money on the open jump shot.
Pretty dime there. The kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Gonzalez passes to Ibaka. Misses the three. And here's the fast break. Finished off the break.
The best way to get a clean look is with those quick hitters on the break.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Down low. Cuts off the pass. Out on his own on the break. To the wing on the left. That shot, no good.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
There's the three. It's not going to go for him.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
That shot wide open. He's got 5.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
There's a minute 54 left in the first half of this game. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
He's off on the first.
Number 24, taking 2 shots.
Good on the second one. 1:49 left in the second period. To the right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's the 3. That one won't fall. He's 1 for 3 on the day.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Tipped. They've got numbers. Can't get it to fall. 0 for 2 now. Got a piece of it. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. 1:04 left in the first half. Fires for 3. Sinks it from distance. And it's a tie ball game.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
It's stolen. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down. Neither side willing to relent.
That's led to 8 lead changes and a bunch of drama already.
Gonzalez pulls it in. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And they're pushing it up.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands. Screen by Ibaka. Can't hit from in close. From the arc. That shot off the mark. So a tie game here as we finish the first half. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
The visiting team, 23.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Pass to Randolph. Beyond the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc. Randolph's got 5.
Boy, major defensive lapse on that trip, leaving him all alone in three-point territory, and he drills it.
We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Deck in at the 3. 2 open that time. Made it look easy.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Pass to Horde, puts up a deep 3. Deck with a rebound.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Here's Garuba. Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 5.
You wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the glass.
Close game here in Philadelphia. Pass to Horde. Here's Randolph. From outside the arc. Horde, no good. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul.
At the line for the away team.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Pass to Garuba.
Home team foul. Horde. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Musa. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. He's got his first free throws of the night right here. The first free throw is good.
Musa. 2 shots.
So he gets them both.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's Randolph. 5 points in the game. Here's Lloyd. 6 to shoot. To stop the run. And he lays it in. Lloyd's gotten his second bucket.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Home team foul. Randolph. Third personal foul. Fourth team foul.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Here's Campazzo. Pass to Garuba. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Musa. Back to Garuba. Jacks up a 3. Tries again. Rebounded by Gabriel. Here's Horde. 6 points for him. And they'll get another chance. Lets the 3 fly. Hits a 3-pointer. Horde's got 9.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Pass to Deck. To the wing, right side. Here's Campazzo. Here's Musa. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. 1:33 left in the third quarter here. Here's Horde. And all around the rim that time before dropping. Horde's got 5 points now in the quarter.
His efficiency has been a big factor in helping them capture this lead.
There's a screen from Garuba. Can they get it? The 3 is up. The shot comes out. Here's Lloyd. Pass to Horde. Here's Lloyd. Picked it out of midair. 44 seconds left in the third. Deck, that's good.
And a steal like that, with the conversion, can really start moving things in your direction.
Here's Randolph. He's got 5. Pass to Horde. Shot clock at 5. Jokic buries it from 3. 5 points in the game.
I just love the ball movement. It would be smart to hold for the final shot.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance at momentum away from your opponent.
It's tipped. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Up by 3. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2K Sports. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Pass to Ibaka. Five on the clock. For three. He can't get it to go.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Here's Lloyd. Pass to Horde. There's the triple. Can't get it to drop.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way, because hoisting from three is not the answer.
1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. Randolph grabs the miss. How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambled.
And that one's good. Horde.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
Horde's gone 50% from distance. Now 4 of 8. Here's Hazonia going inside, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim.
I'm open right here.
No good from outside. Pass to Ibaka, 20 feet out, and he nails that one right through the heart.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Puts up a three. It's rebounded by Ibaka. Here's Hazonia to tie it up. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. And it's tied up with that one. And he drives in. Crafty move. And that's 2 points on the layup.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
The reverse slam, that was sweet.
Ah, the finesse on full display. 1:52 left to play in the fourth quarter. It's rebounded by Ibaka.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
To take the lead, and he lays it up and in.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Into the lane. Good.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Pass to Hazonia from deep. Ibaka with it. Shot clock at 6. Out to the right wing. Three-pointer. Oh! Oh, he drained it from downtown.
Big time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
And there's a pick. The home team calls timeout. Chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. The head coach of the home team had some words for his team over the break. He told the team he has complete faith in them, saying, we're right there. Now we just got to make that push and really take hold of the game. We can do that. To me, it looked like his players are on the same page with him. Guys, back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie.
A huge shot. His three-point shooting has been outstanding tonight.
Yeah, he's done more work outside the arc than inside it, and that's not going to change now. They'll ride his long-range game all the way to the end of this one. Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup, nicely done.
And this is so critical. They now have to score every trip up the floor.
I'll tell you, they better come up with some points on every possession from now on.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
First personal foul. Fifth team foul. Shooting for the away team.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Now it's a 2-possession game. Important foul shots right there.
The home team calls timeout. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
The strategy is simple. Get a quick score and foul right away.
Everybody has got to be in the exact perfect position defensively, and execution has got to be on point.
There's a screen. Here's Horde. Off target from 3-point range. Here's Hazonia. And so the road team gets the W in this one. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. And, you have two choices.
Hello, and thanks for joining us, folks, for this midweek NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Here's Cohen, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. With the drive, chalked up two there.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Shot clock at 5. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Inside. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Pass to Lloyd. Yokobitis from outside off the mark. Here's Ward to the inside. Here's Hayes, and Hayes throws it down.
That is all timing right there. Just led him perfectly.
Here's Lloyd. Yokobitis. No good with the triple. Out to the right wing. Here's Ward. Hands it from downtown.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Outside Randolph. Can they get it? And the jumper is good.
To leave a guy like that wide open from range, big mix-up.
Old team foul. Yokobitis. First personal foul. First team foul. 2 minutes remaining.
Pass to Ward. There's the triple. Randolph grabs the board.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And the first one drops.
2 shots.
Both good from the line that time.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts in a 3-point play chant. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
Shooting for the away team. Number 2. 1 shot. The play will be reviewed. 2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Ward misses. Ward's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. It's tipped. And they're on the break. On up the court. Finish off the break.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Lloyd. They grab their own miss. Shot clock at 6. A second chance effort. Missed it, even after all those chances. Six seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Hayes. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
That one's not going to go. It's tipped. He gets it up. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Up by 11. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to trying to feed that, get out quick. I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot. Again, his teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
Low. And the first shot of the night for him, missing. Launches it from deep. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Driving to the basket. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Shot's good by Horde.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Here's Watsara. Power down with both hands.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Puts up a deep 3. The long distance 3 is buried.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
EPC, the pass to Watchera.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Personal foul. First team foul.
3 from the inbound, and the 3 ball is good. He has 5.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Low. Gabriel with the rebound.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Shot from the wing. That one drops for him.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
The offensive rebound.
Away team foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
And so here's the home team. A 12-point game. Here's Horde. Just 5 on the clock. From deep.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
1:51 left here in the second. They set the screen to the paint. One-on-one fast break. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And as we're reaching the end of the calendar year, here's a great chance to delve into the updated power rankings. They're in a bit of a holding pattern, hoping to take that next leap.
And you know, right now for the visiting team, they were billed as a team to watch. And they've had some great wins this year. And they have a real chance to continue moving up that list.
Here's the break. Here's Gabriel. Still without a basket. Shoots the 3. Miss with the rebound.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
To the middle. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Will it go? A shot off that time.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
To the left side wing. Tips it up. And they're moving it up. Here's Watchera. Oh, good on the triple. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Up by 16. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Shaq, you've won a lot of Player of the Week awards. Here's a question. Do you think 4 Player of the Week awards are worth... And let's move on now to that first half. Obviously, a lot of work to do for the home team.
They know that.
And that's a halftime.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And so here's the home team. They trail by 16. Pass to Lloyd. There's the pick. Knocked away. And he drives in. Hayes. Pass to Ward. Takes a three. No good that time. Ward's got 1 3-pointer tonight in 4 tries. Now here's Randolph. He has yet to score. Here's Lloyd. Back to Randolph. Clock at 4. There's the three. Out to the right wing. Here's Cohen. It's good from long range. He's got 7.
Not where he earns his money, that three-point shot, but he's a good shooter from that range if he's got space. You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
First team foul.
Pass to Lloyd. And here's Randolph. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. So, Greg, you played the point. In creative player, if you had to pick a different position to play, which would it be?
Ooh, good question, Kevin. Probably small forward, wing. I'd like to be a fearsome finisher who can soar and dunk over everybody. And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Takes it inside. That one goes in.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And they're staring at a sizable deficit.
And still within reach, though, that they don't have to rush things.
Here's Lloyd. Can't get it to fall. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Misses the three.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Brown. And here we go. Finish off the break.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Here's the screen. Yoru, and a miss there on the triple.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is I just got to get the next one to go, and you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Here's Lloyd. Good on the three-point shot. Lloyd's got 5 points so far.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The game is certainly going international. Commissioner Adam Silver says, with basketball's exponential growth, it's now truly a global game. We're fortunate that the very best in the world want to play in a single league. And Kevin, the NBA continues to draw talent from all corners of the globe.
And David, you've been all over the globe, and the talent level undeniable.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
The three. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Just looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Five to shoot. Yoru, and he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Yeah, you got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
32 seconds left in the third. That shot, no good. to Lloyd. Takes the three. That shot off.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
Trains it from beyond the arc.
And you can see he's found his rhythm here in the third quarter. You can just sense the uptick in confidence. Everything he puts up from long range seems to be going.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead, and this one may already have been decided. Delivering the blowout. We're going to step aside for just a second, but now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Second chance shot. Offensive rebound. Ward misses.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Lloyd can't hit.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Off target from three-point range. Yoru offline with his three. And the three off target.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Randolph diving in, and it's Randolph with the jam.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. From outside the arc, doesn't go that time. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Inside, pass to Lloyd. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Hayes.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Three-pointer. No good on the shot. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Lloyd. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randolph.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Puts up a deep three. Rebounded by Ward. Ward's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. A floater, and the layup is good.
The player gets a feel for that floater. It can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Yoru, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
Now, there's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
And here's Hayes. Here's Ward.
2 minutes.
The three ball. Wow. Through the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. And he hits the first of 3. Good on the second free throw. And he nails the third. 1:57 left in the fourth. Here he goes. Bangs home the trifecta. 1:44 left to play here in the fourth. Beyond the arc. Hits the three-point bomb.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out Who can make the deepest threes? Right now, it's a shootout.
And he makes that one. 1:27 left in the game. Greg, we know players are not shy about criticizing officiating. Anything you'd try to change or improve with the way the game is called?
Well, I like when the players and the refs get together in the offseason to go over video examples. And I think one thing that's important is you got to have relationships between the players and the officials. And then I think the fans can also then kind of get on the same page. There are going to be missed calls out there. That will never change.
46 seconds left to play in the final quarter. They get the rebound.
Home team foul. Number 9. First personal foul, second team foul.
The first free throw is good.
At the line for the away team, Hummus. 2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Puts up a 3. Drains the three-pointer.
Number 8.
So it's the visitors now. Here's Watsura. Lets the 3 fly. Board grabs the board. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They get it again. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was...
The NBA presented by 2K Sports. What a beautiful Tuesday evening it is, folks. This is Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Allie LaForce will be our reporter from the sideline. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Here's Campazzo. Pass to Deck. 4 on the clock. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. Here we go, one-on-one.
Home team foul. Campazzo. First personal foul. First team foul.
And he buries his first look.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You will gladly take those.
Here's Campazzo. Screen by Deck. Releases. Can't hit it. He's 0 for 2 now.
And usually that's a bucket for him. But look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Just 5 to shoot to the inside. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And you love to see the aggressiveness, using the height advantage to hammer it home.
Screen by Deck. Here's Musa, and there's the drive. And yep, it's good.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
And how great are they playing? 4 for 4 shooting to start this one.
Driving in. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Oh, what tremendous focus to absorb the contact and find a way there to finish.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Here's Ward. Gets the three ball to go.
5 straight buckets to start the game. Off to a hot start.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Musa. 5 points in the game. Pass to Deck. And the layup is good off the glass.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
And it's all from three-point range.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
On the take. No good with a layup.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Three-pointer. The shot off that time. Pass to Garuba to the paint. Here's Campazzo. Back to Garuba. Lets it go from deep. First shot won't go. Here's the break. Here's Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Here's Campazzo. He's scoreless.
I'm not sure what happened there. His family's in the building. I don't know. You have to finish those.
Here's Musa. He's got 5. Pulls it from the top of the key, and he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. He's got 7.
Not exactly what Coach wanted coming up the floor, but he'll take it.
Three-pointer, no good. 51 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Campazzo. Launches it. He buries it from 3.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Inside. Back to Hayes. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Hayes has gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Garuba. Screen by Deck. Garuba down low. Clock is at 3. Let's go with a 3. He can't get that one to fall. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Leading by 3. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we... And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Took the opportunity when he saw it.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Tipped away. Gonzalez passes to Ibaka. Here's Gonzalez. Back to Ibaka. Fires the 3, and he buries his first look.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. This one for 3. On target from range. Ibaka's got 6.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Count it.
That scoreless first quarter, that might have woke him up, and he's turned it on here in the second.
Screen by Ibaka. Good work there as it goes. 5 points in the game.
Getting the ball inside, usually a pretty good recipe.
The 3 is up. His first miss of the game. 3 of 4 from the field now. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Azonia. Down low. It's deflected. That's Ibaka defending. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Away team foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Pass to Azonia. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Ibaka. Fires top of the key. It's hauled in by Hummus.
They say it's a make or miss league, and there's sometimes that you miss.
That's Ibaka defending. To the paint. And down it goes. Dumped it through off a beautiful setup.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
With the drive. Count that one. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
It's a neck-and-neck game in Miami. Knocked loose. And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession. On Friday, and then on Tuesday, .119 left to play in the first half. To the inside. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
To the middle. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Ibaka's got 8 points here in the quarter. Ibaka's got 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. And a miss there on the triple. It's intercepted. Here we go. Missed inside. 20 seconds left in the first half. And he banks in the layup. Ibaka's got 10 points in the game.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
C. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Up 1. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Welcome, everybody.
One thing about this contest, it's very hard to win. Everyone's a great shooter. It comes down to who's hot and who's clutch. This is some retro hoops, pounding the ball inside with intent. Man, I know you love this, big fella.
No need to take a million jump.
Appreciate you joining us.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Musa in at the shooting guard position. Here's Campazzo. Uses the glass on the layup. Campazzo's gotten his second bucket on the night. Here in the second half, these teams still neck and neck.
I really like how each team is matching the other's intensity.
Pass to Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Hayes has gone 4 of 4 from the field. Perfect so far. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Deck in at the small forward position. Here's Campazzo, the 15-footer. That shot, no good. 4-3. Fires in the triple.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time.
We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Campazzo in at the point guard position. Over to the wing. 4 on the clock. To the right side. Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. They get it back. Tries yet again. And it's good on the layup.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out.
Yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Hayes with a screen. Garuba with a rebound. Here's Campazzo. He's got 5. And Ward pulls it down. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Plenty of space. Offensive rebound. Counted from distance. He's got 7.
If you give a shooter of his skill an opening like this, he's going to take it every time.
Here's Musa. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easy.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
1:49 left to play in the third. From outside, off the mark.
And he's having an ugly quarter from the field. It seems really frustrated.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Pass to Deck. Looking to end the run. Garuba down low. Here's Campazzo from behind the arc. No luck on that one.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Out left to the wing. There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter. The 3 ball. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
He misses the free throw. And he's good on the second. 34 seconds left in the third. Here's Musa. 7 points in the game. Pass to Campazzo. 5 to shoot. Here's Musa. Fires from deep. Here's Garuba. And no good. The dry spell continues. It's stolen by Campazzo. Stolen. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. They're up by 11. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And just a selfless decision from your two-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
We talk a lot about playing for one another. Right there with the pass, he's demonstrated what it means to do exactly this.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Campazzo in at the one. And the shot's good.
He got in excellent position, then takes it right back up.
Pass to Hayes. And he lobs it up top. Intercepted. Here's Musa. Deck inside. Here's Garuba. Back to Campazzo. Goes back up. Clock at 6. It's Hayes with the rebound. Hayes has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Ward. Soft touch off the glass.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. There's a screen. Poke loose. It's stolen by Campazzo. Here's Garuba. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Personal foul, first team foul. At the line.
First one falls for him.
Garuba. 2 shots.
Both shots good from the stripe. Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
He takes it in. He gets it in there.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
From downtown, here's Ibaka. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Got it in close, and unless it's an open 3, that's the key to efficient offense.
To the inside, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
He almost brought the basket down on top of himself.
Oh, there's hang time, and then there's a time to hang. Pass to Garuba. Releases. No good on the shot.
And that's a low percentage shot, and I'm sure he knows it.
And those are the type of shots that just drive coaches crazy. Look, I wouldn't be shocked to see him sitting on the bench if he tries that bad boy again.
Inside. And he dunks it down.
Great work to clear some space around the rim and set himself up for that putback.
Yes, sir. That was a huge follow. Launches a 3. Knocks down the long J.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open 3s like that. What are you doing?
Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. From deep. Not going to go that time.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you. He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
There's a minute 17 left to play in the fourth quarter. Gets the three to fall.
Now, you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
Takes a three. That shot is off. Oh, got a piece of it. Ibaka with a steal. Pass to Gonzalez. 44 seconds left in the game. It's not going to go for him. Oh, it's stolen away. It's picked off. Over to the left wing. And he drops in the layup off the glass. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the fourth. And he converts the layup.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
To the left wing. And the pass goes out of bounds. They'll turn it over.
Yeah, just couldn't make the connection. But you appreciate their attempt at moving the ball.
And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold.
NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We're glad you could join us on this exciting Friday night matchup. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Yes, that goes in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Pass to Horde. And that one is hammered home.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and power.
Here's Deck. Out to the wing. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
And it's good. 2 points.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Pass to Garuba. Here's Campazzo. They get it back. Here's Garuba. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Away team ball.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Here's Lloyd. And Campazzo pulls it down.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
They grabbed their own miss. Pass to Garuba. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
There's the screen for 3. Musa grabs the miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Pass to Depp. Fires from way outside. Here's Campazzo. Garuba the pass to Campazzo. The baseline J off the mark.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
To the wing on the left. Here's Gabriel, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
Musa's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Pass to Gabriel. Here's Horde. A minute 50 left here in the opening quarter. Gabriel, the pass to Horde. 6 on the shot clock. Yokubitis. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
From the corner. Campazzo's shot is off.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Yokubitis traps in the tray.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
1:07 left in the first quarter. Here's Garuba, and they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Garuba's got 6.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom. You know, he looks a little off kilter to me this quarter. Still trying to find his rhythm.
Pass to Tavares. And he lays it straight in.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Going inside. Rebound by Tavares. Tavares has got 5 rebounds tonight. Shot and game clock separated by 5. The tray. Garuba the pass to Deck. and he uses the glass on the layup. There's 14 seconds left in the first. To halt the run. He knocks it down.
There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
They're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And they're making sure on this one, even though it may not matter in the grand scheme, but the replay process is faster than ever. You know, why not?
Yeah, the replay center is a call.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Leading by 3. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
A wide open look here for Ibaka. A three-pointer off the mark. And here comes the break.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
From deep. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Knocks it loose. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
It's never easy trying to keep him off the glass. He's an absolute beast down there.
His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Here's Azania. He's covered by Randolph. That 3 off the mark. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. And here is Hazonia. Hasn't made one yet. On its way from Ibaka for 2. That's short off the rim.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Randolph. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Randolph.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
Pass to Azania. This one for 3. A three-pointer is right on target.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Now Randolph. Over to the left wing. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. No good. Shot missing.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Pass to Dadier. Clock at 6.
First half, 2 minutes.
Trying to end the drought. And Gonzalez pulls it down. Ibaka outside.
Away team foul. Number 8. First personal foul. First team foul. Coming onto the floor for the away team. Number 21.
And there's a minute 45 left in the first half of basketball. Now Hazonia. Kept alive. Fires from deep. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Hazonia's got 6 points in the quarter.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Throws it up high. A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him.
And a nice touch on the finish.
Here's Ibaka. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
They set the pick. Hazonia defending. It's stolen by Ibaka. Here's the break. Up with the key, Hazonia. At the elbow, it's Ibaka. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Pass to Dodgier. There's 14 seconds left now here in the second. Spins. 4 on the shot clock. Off target on the 15-footer. Up in time. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. They lead by 9. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Offensive rebounding is like an ATM, cashing in extra chances to score. Trust me, that's a fun way to play.
Fellas, what do you say we take? And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. And it's Jack in at the small forward. Three-pointer on the way. Knocks down the 3 ball. Here's Musa. Banked in off the glass. Musa's got his second basket of the night.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
On Sunday, and then on Tuesday.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Horde. Just 5 to shoot. Launches a 3. Rebound by Tavares. Tavares has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Got a piece of it. Jokic. His 3-pointers off the mark. Pass to Tavares. Here's Campazzo. Six to shoot. Tavares passes to Deck. Off target with his 3. Deck's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Here's Gabriel. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Pass to Musa. Here's Tavares. Here's Deck. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
They set the screen. Pass to Dadier. No good from outside.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Here's Deck. Here's Garuba. A three-pointer, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Dadier.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
To end the cold streak. And the layup is up and in. Dadier's got his second basket of the game. 1:51 left in the third quarter. Here's Campazzo. No scoring in this one. Here's Garuba. No good on the three. Garuba's gone 2 for 5 tonight. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Count that one.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
.11 left here in the third quarter. Here's Musa. Here's Deck. It's deflected. Here's Dadier. To the right side. That's tipped. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the third. Pass to Campazzo. Here's Tavares.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time.
The visitors on defense. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Lets it fly. Offensive rebound. Here's Campazzo. Still yet to score. Yokubitis. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Can't connect from long distance. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Up by 6. We've got more in store for you right after. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. No good on his first attempt of the game.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Pass to Azania. Fires the 3. Good on the triple.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give him.
Now here's Randolph. And stolen by Hazonia. And they're pushing it up. He goes up again. He lays it in. Hazonia's got 5 points now this quarter.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Pass to Randolph. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Klopp's in the layup for 2. Randolph's got his first points of the night.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Gonzalez passes to Hazania. That shot off. Although they're down big right now, Greg, still plenty of time left in this one.
At this point, they got to take it one possession at a time.
From deep three-point territory. Tries again, and it's good on the way in.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
There's the drive. Dadier's shot is off. Fast break, here they come. And finished off by Hazonia.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Down low. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Here's Dadier. Yep, it counts. In the corner, Ibaka with it. Here's Hazonia. And a miss there on the triple.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
To the paint. Pass to Dadier. From the arc. And Gonzalez pulls it down. Hazonia on the wing. Took him no time at all on that one. Hazonia's got 9 points in the quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Pass to Dadier. Off target from three-point range. Intercepted. 1:14 left in the game. Here's Cohen. Count that bucket.
Cohen, assistant, number 11.
1:07 left in the fourth quarter. Ibaka right side. Lets the three fly. He can't hit that time. They can shave the deficit to single digits right here. Outside Randolph. Pass to Dadier. Shoots from the high post. No good on that one. Here's Hazonia. The three-pointer, no good.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yep, I agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
A nice shot by Dadier. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
Pass to Hazonia. Shot clock at 6. Fires from way outside. And so the home crowd treated to a win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor.